The following contest is scheduled for one fall, and it is for the World Heavyweight
Podcast.
We're gonna make
The World Heavyweight Podcast.
great again.
Nerd! Entering the ring at this time, your tag team champions of the podcast world, Howard Farewell. But we're just waiting for the wheels to fall off. Yes, 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 yes. Get rid of your six-sided ring array. Josh Rivera.
God does not want this podcast to happen.
You happy I brought my shovel to bury this segment?
What station is it again? Who gives a fuck?
Yabba dabba, shut the fuck up.
The World Heavyweight Podcast. Let's turn that up. Here we go. Welcome back. I got to rechange everything now because you were talking to the mic during the intro. Welcome.
Hey, that's
folks.
the next episode.
Yeah, right?
You'll
Maybe.
wait and see.
We'll be back, ladies. Anyway, let's start this show right at the WHPC on Twitter, Facebook.com/World Heavyweight Podcast, WorldHeavyweightPodcast.podbean.com. I'm Howie Farewell. That over there is Josh Rivera. If you find that you're enjoying our show and listening every week, could you do us a favor? Tell your friends, please. Like, what are you? You're not even paying attention to me.
No, I'm
You're
writing
looking-
notes. Tell your friends. Tell your mom. Tell your kids.
Hide your kids.
Hide your kids.
That's the
you got
one.
to tell them before you hide them.
Yeah, I guess.
Yeah.
We're already way off.
I'm putting
way
just
off
the last
rails
minute.
already.
We're not way off. I'm just putting some last minute notes before I forget.
Like because we
here we
didn't
go.
have a whole lot to talk about.
Yeah,
this week.
here we go. The second episode after a pay-per-view. So naturally things,
There's nothing happening.
Just kind of chill out
It's
a
just
little
kind
bit.
of all right.
You know.
But we do have some rather interesting news from the outside the world of
Yes.
the WWE that happened this week. I forgot where it was said. I think it was a Meltzer quote, which kind of made sense at the time because given the size and reach that some of the companies that Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks work for, they don't have the WWE global machine behind them. But he said something along the lines of, I don't think Ring of Honor can sell out a 10,000-seat arena anytime soon. And I kind of agree. Like
Yeah.
it's not
That's,
completely out of the realm of it's not. We're not talking crazy talk here when we say these things.
that's a little tough. That'd be a little tough to do right now.
Oh yeah, it's not easy, and I think most of their big arena they did have to make it a huge show, and the Final Battle is usually pretty huge, but Final Battle's not getting more than like 2,000 or 3,000 people tops.
When where is it again? It's going to be in
Final Battle is like Terminal 5 or
Terminal
something.
5. Yeah, I don't like.
That's not even like that's maybe 1,000.
I don't like the layout of that place. When
I don't know what
just
you're
the
talking
balconies.
about.
Hey,
I like that place. I love that place.
I prefer like bleacher style seating where you can actually see
but
more
it gives it kind of that Thunderdome sort of feel.
Kinda does.
Because you got the people are in the rafters on the side.
Yeah.
They're hurling streamers from like the middle and the top. That's great, man.
Yeah.
The only problem is if you're on those balcony areas, by the time you get to third person deep, you're not seeing
you can
anything.
only see
But it's not
so
like you're
far
not
back.
going to be able to get up close to it. It's not that bad. Like it's really not that bad for the people that make out Terminal 5 to be a terrible place to watch wrestling. No, it's a great place to watch
All
wrestling.
my opinion until I get to actually go to one of those shows.
But anyway, Cody and the Bucks said, all right, challenge accepted.
We're doing it.
And it's all but confirmed for the logo. They even said it themselves over on Twitter and everything that it's confirmed. They're doing it.
Oh, yeah, they're going all in.
They've got a place, but they can't because they can't. They're working out scheduling and all that other stuff. But they're saying confirmed. You see it all the time on Twitter. This one legit confirmed from the three boys themselves.
For Chicago, was it?
They didn't say.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
They're gonna
It's
do it.
confirmed, but
They
they
just
don't have a
don't
location.
know
They can't
exactly where
because
yet,
they're
working
working
it
out
out.
contracts and scheduling and all that, so they can't announce something that isn't actually
confirmed yet.
Like, it's like they're saying
Yeah,
they're
they're
doing
doing
it,
it.
but
They're
they
doing
don't. It can't be official yet because
Yeah.
the T's and the legal and all that stuff has to be taken care of. And if they start talking about it beforehand, promoters and stuff will pull out.
Yeah,
They'll
you
just
gotta-
say
you
no.
gotta wait.
We told you that we still
Well,
need to be doing because they can't commit to dates and times and all that other stuff.
Hopefully by
So-
January we'll find out.
Yeah, I wouldn't. Yeah, by January that would probably
Hopefully we
be
should
about
know.
right. Yeah,
That would
right
be
around
great.
Wrestle Kingdom time.
And then have
Final
enough
battle?
time to wherever it is
You got to promote it.
you gotta book the flight to it. Gotta
Yeah.
get a hotel because that's definitely something
Mhm.
to check out.
And you have to start booking the show. Like you got to put together a massive show.
A massive Ring of Honor, maybe a little. New
I would
Japan.
assume get New Japan on board. You have to.
Gotta have somebody.
To get 10,000 people.
Yeah, you gotta book a
That's
mega show.
That's what they're probably going to do.
Book a mega
It's
show.
probably like the G1 thing.
Do the
It's like-
G1 thing, but do it right.
Right, exactly. Look, we know that you wanted to do another G1 thing, and that they're going to. They're going to be doing more
Yeah.
New Japan branded things. But we're like, look,
Yeah, they got
let's
something
just
marked for
send everyone
Yes.
for this one. We want to make the splash, and you saw how fast the G1 thing last year sold.
Sold pretty quickly.
Seconds,
Yeah,
minutes,
it sold out.
less than a day.
They did exactly what they wanted to do. They
Oh,
filled,
yeah.
they filled that
Oh,
little
yeah.
2,500 seater or whatever. It was.
So if you put together that type of event, there's no way you shouldn't be able to do it. I mean, but then you run into the argument, well, they do it every year with War of the Worlds. So, I don't know. You kind of televise it, maybe. I don't know.
Guess maybe pay-per-view.
You'd have to. Yeah.
or
Oh, yeah. You put this on pay-per-view, too.
At least pay-per-view. At least.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Dude, if you're going to get a 10,000 seater, everyone's going to want to see it. That
Or
can't
maybe
even
you
get
don't
there.
do it on pay-per-view because you'd have to
You'd
go
have
there to
to-
see
okay.
it.
Closed circuit television.
Because that's the thing, if they tell us where it is, it's in, let's say, for example, it's in Chicago. Oh, okay,
Right.
yeah, we've been there before. It's not too expensive to get out to Chicago.
No,
here's
not
the
at
date.
all.
Here's the ticket price. Oh, and it's available for pay-per-view. So if you don't feel like flying out, I'm sold now. I don't feel like that. I'll just watch this from the comfort of the home.
I would drive out to the big because it would be a first.
Nah,
It's a
just
big
fly.
event.
Just fly.
You could drive.
It's
too.
like
if you
maybe-
really want to save a
It's
couple
like
of bucks.
it's
you
like
could drive
one
from us at
Nah,
least.
it's like 150 round trip depending on when.
Okay.
Yeah, it's
I'm just
not bad
I'm
at
I'm
all.
just saying if you wanted to from
Yeah.
where we are, we could make that drive.
And the other reason why is because they can't drive over there. Holy crap!
Oh, they're terrible.
It is the most stressful driving I've ever been in with Chicago. The surrounding area is just a mess.
Yeah, it's just all highway.
What should be maybe a 30-minute drive is over an hour of just stupid traffic.
Well, at least it's not L.A. 'Cause you saw that. You saw the news reports and the traffic cams of all that stuff for Thanksgiving.
Oh, the parking lot?
Oh, good fucking Lord!
Yeah.
I don't know how you survive out there. Like, how do
Hope
you?
you-
like, fuck you.
I hope you brought food to take with you because you're going to be snacking on it.
Yeah, you're gonna be bringing the pie over to
Keep-
grandma's, but it's just sustenance
Gotta
for the
stay
way.
alive. Hey, happy Thanksgiving. Here's what I didn't eat. Here's what's left over. We're having leftovers for Thanksgiving. Enjoy.
Yeah, I don't remember what I was gonna say, but Chicago's a mess, dude.
Yeah. Well,
It's a nice town
it could
outside
very well.
of the gun violence and your terrible traffic system.
Yeah. It Philadelphia, Chicago, maybe California could be one of those spots. It all depends on a lot of things.
Philly or Chicago sounds like the big easier places to go to. NXT tickets are on sale this week, correct?
Oh, what, for
January?
Takeover? For
Speaking of Philly?
Oh, for Takeover Philly, yeah, that's going to be. This goes up probably tonight.
It's going to go up.
So
in
this
like
is
an
going to
hour.
go out. Yeah, it's going to be Friday morning at
So
10.
Wednesday, which is when we're doing this.
So 2 days. This coming Friday at
Yeah.
10 a.m.
Yeah.
is when they go on sale. And
that's gonna be
I'm
a
really
good
interested in going.
Yeah.
I mean, for us,
think we
it's
kinda have
only
to.
what, a 2.5 hour drive.
Yeah. We've driven there for far lesser shows.
Far less.
Come on.
For Ring of Honor TV, which was great.
No,
it was a
that's
great
not
show.
far less. I mean, we've driven out there for House of Hardcore. So
Yeah.
that's a far lesser show than an NXT takeover.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's
if we're
gonna
going
be
to drive
on
out
the
to Philly
network.
for House of Hardcore, you kind of have to drive out for TakeOver.
Right.
I mean, you don't have to go out for a big WWE event, but
Yeah.
I mean, if
Well,
it's their
considering-
first time in the area,
Yeah.
you kind of got to go to
They-
that
well,
show.
their
They're going to
first-
pull out all the stops.
It's not their first time in the area, but it's the first takeover.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Exactly. And Philly's first TakeOver, that
At the
place
Wells
is going to
Fargo.
be fucking bananas.
It should be. It should sell well. And get the tickets while you can, because Royal Rumble tickets right now, if you go on...
But that's not going to be the hotter ticket.
If you
The
go on
hotter ticket is going to be that TakeOver, because
I
you
think
know
it
it's
is.
the first time.
I think it is.
Anytime it's the first time in a wrestling hotbed, look what happened in Chicago.
Yep.
That was fucking crazy.
That was a really awesome show.
Philly's going to get their first one, so all of their wrestling... They're coming out of the woodwork.
Should be. They fucking better.
If they don't, I would be shocked.
Yeah. Oh, wait, there's no football Saturday nights, right? No, it's
No.
only college football. Okay, we're good.
Well, it's going to be January, so nobody's going to be watching. It's going to be that's going to be bowl season, so there's not going to be really anything on.
Good.
And then the football will be in the playoffs,
Because
so it
it
doesn't
would
really
be
matter.
because
actually, yeah.
luck would have it, like as soon as a Philly team starts doing amazing.
Well, the Eagles are 9-2.
they are. There's a good chance. they could
I
make playoffs.
completely blew by the whole football thing.
Oh,
this
it's
week.
bad. It's
Probably
bad.
because of my team.
Oh, it's
is
terrible.
Now that we're back into it, fuck all of you guys that couldn't beat Captain Fatbelly all season. Your teams are terrible, and
Yeah.
you all stink.
Because you're one of the what?
I'm one of the
Two-
only two
two
to beat
losses
him
he got?
all fucking year. He's not that good.
You beat
he
him.
Shouldn't be 8-12. The little.
You smoked him, right? You smoked him in
I
that game.
fucking kicked the
yeah.
shit
what
out
did
of
you
him
get?
this
What'd you
week.
get for it?
Nothing. Fucking shit.
Nada.
Not a goddamn thing.
That's why you were blown by it, because no. Well, that and
155 to 98.
yeah, that in the news
If
of
I had 3 of my 140 plus win games, I'd be easily in the playoffs
And
right
you're-
now. But
and
no,
you're not.
the fucking Captain Asshole over here has a no fucking God. Nobody wants to score against
you
him.
and Eli Manning have so much in common
I
this
have
season.
no idea why the Giants are playing Geno fucking Smith over Eli Manning. I don't care how bad Eli's been this year. Geno Smith is hotter than garbage on fire. He is a dumpster fire.
He's a dumpster fire
disguised as a
outside of
football player.
stage 48.
He is the worst quarterback you could consider playing at like, why would you do that to yourself?
Oh, I didn't.
Like,
know.
you have a 2-time
Yeah.
Super Bowl MVP. The only reason he sucks dicks this year is because he's got no
He's
fucking
got no team.
offensive line.
No
He's
team.
getting sacked during the coin toss, Josh.
Yep.
It's not his fault.
He's getting sacked on the way to the nacho line.
Right,
It's just bad.
Yeah, I'm
It's
sorry.
bad.
I got a little heated there for a
He
minute.
gets very heated.
But Captain Fatbelly should not be 10-2.
Yep.
Even the Yahoo little recap system thing said if he had my schedule, he would be 3-8 at best. Fuck that guy. Everybody else, if they had my schedule, would be like 2-1. Or
Yeah.
no, excuse me. I don't even know what I'm saying. You get the idea. You wouldn't win a lot.
Absolutely not.
Anyway, well, and that
I like how
and-
Yahoo even said you'd be screwed.
right. But the thing in our league right now is everybody's pretty much set, and there's going to be no movement. So 1 and 2 is set. It's Nerds for Braun and Captain Fatbelly at 10-2. They have a chance to get another win this week, but it means literally nothing to either of them whether they win or lose. The house is in 3, Glorious 11-4. The Aurora at 6-6 takes on 5th, and New Face of America is rounding up the back end at 5-7. I think the only thing that could really change is the 4 and 3 spot, maybe depending on tiebreakers. So Glorious 11 could move up to 3rd. Aurora could theoretically move up to 4th, but then she'd still be playing the same person. So, yeah, we're pretty much locked up and ready to go for the playoffs. And I just have to hopefully not lose to Ask About Me
Again.
See, that's the thing. I have shit like that. I lose to Ask About Me for no fucking reason other than my team is. I assume that my team is just quit.
Yeah.
Like we're
They threw it in the towel.
Yeah. When you put up like 1,000 points in 3 weeks and don't get a fucking win for it, You're like, you know what? Fuck you. We're done here. My other team's really good, though. My other team's like in first place almost. Actually, not quite in first place. Second place.
Nah,
I
you
think.
lied.
I don't remember. I don't know. I'm paying attention to that one because it has a chance of winning. I'm going to get a first-round bye, hopefully, because that team's good. It's as good as this one. They're almost the same exact team. Like when I drafted them one day after the other, and I had a lot of the same picks. It was great. There's no one team is in second, one team is dog shit last.
You just can't buy a win for your life on that one.
I couldn't even like. Oh, and that's what I'm going back to Eli Manning. Besides the fact that it's not his fault, why is he on anyone's fantasy roster at this point of the year?
I know. Why was he? Why was he off the bench at all?
Why is he even close to your fantasy roster at this point of year?
Yeah.
Like the
IRL, he needs to be playing. And
but in
fantasy-wise,
football,
he needs to be warming the bench right now.
He should be 30 guys deep on the waiver wire. There's
Not
no
even
reason
considering.
I should even consider playing.
Yeah.
He's got
how
nobody.
How did his points go? It was like
2,
16,
8,
18,
1.
22, 3. And it's just like,
just garbage,
what happened?
Garbage after garbage after garbage.
All right, let's work his way back up. What was
he's got no,
8?
Yeah,
it's just like
he's got nobody to throw to. That's why Captain Fatbelly started him.
Yeah, I don't know.
What?
He must not have been paying attention. He probably said it that way
he had the
and then forgot to
coma.
change it. Because you can set that in some of these leagues. You can set what your roster will be.
Or
but
you
if you
just
forget to
forget.
change it, then
I'm
you're
assuming
like,
that's
shit, I'm starting Eli this week. That's not good.
I'm assuming that's what it is.
Okay. We'll see. If he runs Eli this week, it's because he forgot because Geno Smith's
If he
playing.
runs Eli this week, I'm going to laugh my balls off.
No points. Saddle.
Anyway, where were we going?
We were talking about Takeover Philly.
Well, we were.
And
But
it should be an awesome show.
other things that came out of the non-television show part of things. Starrcade happened this weekend as well.
Oh, yes.
I don't know what happened to Starrcade other than Dustin Rhodes came out as the natural.
A bunch of cool things.
And a couple of cool matches.
King Maxwell got to come out to the ring to like 10,000 people and then attempt to storm the ring several times during the evening. No, or you just hear the music and just be like, all right, let's go out there. And he's like, no. Yeah, they had a bunch of WCW, NWA stars.
Mm-hmm.
It was a double main event, two steel cage matches.
Okay.
Yeah, the enforcer giving Dolph a spine buster because why the hell not?
Still looks pretty good.
It looked like a pretty cool show, and it was taped for the archive. So if they ever do decide to release it, they will be able to put it on the network.
They should probably do that in general now. Like if you're going to bring back even just little house shows, people are going to notice. People know the things that are going to be happening at house shows anyway because Twitter exists.
Yeah.
And people share all of that shit anyway. So why not capitalize that and give somebody a little bit more incentive to subscribe to the network?
That WCW audience that left wrestling back in 2001 and never in 2000 and never came back. You think that would be a great marketing technique? Like, hey, you guys miss the old days, right? Well, guess what? We have a Starrcade themed show, and you can watch it on the network for free. For free
on the network. Well,
on the network
for
you get it 30 days for free, and then you can shit or get off the pot.
Yeah. Well, didn't they? We just saw something earlier today where there was somebody on Twitter shared an email that was going around where you can get 3 months for $1.
A Cyber Monday deal for new subscribers. New subscribers. 3 months of network for $1. And to which she was tweeting at Network and WWE saying like, hey, can I get something for being a subscriber since February 24th, 2014? Day one. Yeah. Can I get something for that? And I agree. Like something like a free
every
month,
so often. Give me
a free month would be nice.
I don't need a giant points rewards program, but how about just a little something for being a loyal subscriber from the beginning?
I like how you hesitated to say points program because like
they're all stupid.
They mostly suck. There is very few good ones. And I don't need another points program.
Yeah. I mean, we're getting enough. Honestly, it's as far as streaming services go. the amount of content you get on a regular basis is probably the best per dollar per month.
Yeah. And the app works.
Yeah,
That's a big part,
I mean,
too.
for as much times as a lot of you hear people that do have the issues. For the most part, it's a very small percentage of people that have problems.
From what I've mostly read, this might be just me, but from mostly what I've seen, it's usually networked through consoles.
Yeah,
tend to be the biggest problem.
Yeah.
Sony, sometimes Xbox Live will dip out when you're trying to.
Lola has an issue with
trying to stream
hers,
it.
but I'm not sure if that might just be.
I think she has an iPad or something.
I don't know what her setup is, but it also could be just general network areas in her area.
Yeah, I mean, it could be a couple things, but I know what it isn't. Our FiOS 100 up, 100 down, that shit's going to work every time.
Every time?
Every time.
Every time.
Every time.
But I just like a little, hey, thanks.
Something would be cool.
Just like, hey, we understand. Like, you have that database, you have the information.
I would be okay if you sent me a gift card for a shop. Like, you've been
20% off once every so often.
I was gonna say $25. Boom, but you got to spend at least $25 plus shipping. That's fine.
Right. Or just
something like that. Give me a little merch. Give me a little merch money. That's all I'm asking for. A little bit of that merch.
Little taste.
A little bit of that merch money. A little bit of cake. A little bit of cake for the shop. Go on now.
You're an idiot.
Oh, you love it.
Now I'm
a little bit of cake. Yeah.
No,
something would be really cool. Just food for thought.
Because it always feels like they're trying to make money off of us instead of saying
they
thanks.
have to.
I'm fine, but I mean thank you
would be cool
every so often. You know what I mean? Like we've been spending, like, everybody else gets a free month. I never got a free month.
Yeah, well, you got to be a new subscriber, and I could jump through the hoop.
That's the only free thing I've ever gotten from the network is the first free month.
I could jump through the hoop of canceling my subscription and then signing up for a free month to get a free month, but at the same time, how about I don't, and you just give it, and you just give me a little something.
Something.
I feel like I should get something for having a streak, for having it for this many.
Yeah, like a birthday gift or something.
Yeah.
For every year annually on your birthday, for if you do a complete year, we give you like a coupon to something. That's fine. Happy birthday to me via WWE. I think it's great. I feel better. I get a new wrestling shirt. It's like they're giving me a birthday present.
Vince visits you at your house and gives you a firm handshake. How you doing, buddy? Thanks for subscribing.
So let's get into the show proper here. The stuff that happened. Raw and SmackDown. Not a whole lot to write home.
Not a whole lot to write home about. It. They set up a few stories last week. But they've only moved a little bit of them this week. Going into Raw, it had kind of an action-packed first 30 minutes or so, and then I'm like, I feel like this is going to be a long episode.
Yeah, and you definitely got the sense of that when they opened with a Kane package.
I was like,
oh, boy,
we're going to have to make some stuff up as we go, fill the time. And it did just that. There was... what they had that night? Oh, awesome match tonight. That IC title match.
Oh yeah.
I didn't think I was going to see Elias Sampson.
Raw did have its pretty good points.
Yeah.
I
didn't think
the
Elias
IC title
Sampson
match
would be up for an open challenge,
exactly.
but I'm like, because I didn't think a year ago I would be saying Elias Sampson Intercontinental Champion.
Right. By the way, I need Curtis Axel to have that neck brace on for the next year and a half.
Ah, yes.
I need him to be Cowboy Bob Orton. But with the freaking, I need him to be Joel Gertner, he has to start wearing bow ties around it. It's got to start matching.
It's got to be a Christmas one. It's got to be a Christmas one this year.
There's got to be a Santa one or an elf one or something.
Going into Axelmania, there's got to be a Christmas one
again. I need Axelmania back again.
We need Axelmania back.
We need Axelmania back.
I love what they're doing with them.
Trouble. Yeah, we can bring back the gimmicks.
This is what's great about Miztourage. Miz can go do a movie. And at the same time, we find out so much more things about the Miztourage, like they're very experienced harmonica players. Who knew? I thought that was on, and someone tweeted like, "This could go on for 40 minutes, and I'd be fine with it."
It was so and though I think my favorite part of that was like, I'd like to introduce the Mr. and it pulls back and you're like,
yeah, they were here the whole time. I think they
Holy
were.
Shit. It's like that, but it's like that. What you call it, the Mystery Science Theater gag. Anytime somebody like zooms up real quick or it does a jump cut to somebody's face, they're like, ah. Yeah, I love the Mr. Raj. I love Bo and Curtis Axel as much as I could love some upper tier card guys. They're great. Oh, and on the other side of things, the Fashion Files came back on Tuesday and delivered quite possibly the greatest line I have heard all year.
The entire series.
Let's hurry up and beat this dead horse so we can get out of here.
Really on the nose as they were.
Just mwah.
Yeah, I have no idea where they're going with this because it was
neither do they
anymore. 2B. Yeah, it's the
Bludgeon Brothers.
It's the Bludgeon Brothers, but the only time you've ever seen them was when the Hype Brothers were doing the job.
Yeah.
No more, sir.
No, that's dumb. But the back over to Raw, we had that the IC title match was great.
It was a great match.
I kind of wanted Elias to win, but at least
he's not beating the guy who beat the Undertaker.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Let's just say it. He's
right.
not. He's not
going to beat the guy.
Not right now.
What was the tweet I put out? It's like, this is the guy that kicked out of 3 AAs. Might I suggest the guitar, sir?
Yeah. A gun.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much.
It's jokes like that just brought me back. That bring me back to like I was talking to a buddy of mine about Attitude Era storylines. It's like, you know what? Going back and watching them, some of them were just pretty damn ridiculous. But you know what I wish I did see when it happened? And that was when Stone Cold broke into Brian Pillman's house.
Oh yeah,
and he pulls out the gun.
Fucking
and it's the most intense moment ever.
And
next
it's
thing
on
you know,
television.
It goes black. You hear a bang, and then Vince McMahon had to apologize the next day.
Yeah, because you didn't know. You thought somebody was going to actually get shot.
I thought I was about to see some real shit. You're like, oh my god.
You really did. Like, even when I went back, because I had forgotten about it for a while, but I went back to the archives when they started bringing it back up again, and I watched it from the beginning, not remembering that was happening.
That happened. It
right.
was like,
and then they go to the gun. I'm like, oh shit! He pulled out a fucking gun. The fuck out of here! On live television.
Yep.
Pre-tape live television.
Yes, yeah. And then it's just, you hear a bang and the screen goes blank and everyone's just like, oh my god, did he just shoot Stone Cold Steve Austin? Holy shit.
It's the only way he would have kept the rattlesnake off him.
If there was a Twitter then, if there was an internet, it was still, very...
it wasn't even close to anything that
like barely functioning. It would have shut down.
It's it's like, holy fuck, he used a gun.
Good lord.
But great, man. Like, my instinct is to hate everything that Roman does with this title right now because The Miz doesn't have it or whatever. But because the last time he had a mid-card title, he brought it down. But they're keeping this IC Open Challenge thing going, hopefully. Or they at least started with it and saying, oh, I'm going to defend this all the time.
We're not going to do what we did the last time The Miz shot Marine 5.
Right.
We're going to try to keep the title hot by slapping on Roman. You could argue it all you want, top-tier talent, because that's exactly how it's being booked right now, as top-tier, to keep it hot, to keep it going.
But he immediately came out and said, I'm defending this all the time.
Yes.
When the babyface comes out and says, I'm going to be a fighting champion, he's going to put it on the... Good. Thank you. That's all I asked for. Just
we will get this man over in every market.
Just defend the fucking thing.
Yeah.
But how great is Elias? He's so great that he got a "We Want Roman" chant.
I don't think that was too hard to get out of Nashville, but
Come on.
But to his
you
credit,
can count on your hands how many times that's happened.
He
in the
is
last
a professional
2 years.
boo magnet.
Oh yeah.
That's
He's the
exactly
best.
what you need.
Hashtag boo magnet.
Yeah. He starts singing. Oh, now I got to start over again.
I remember when we went to that one live show in Albany.
Yeah. Oh,
And
we couldn't speak a word without us boo.
No, it was BJ Whitmer level boo.
Oh,
it
hate.
was
hated
pure
him.
venom and hatred from the crowd. He didn't say more than 3 words.
He
tried to play the guitar and it was just boo! Boo!
Oh, blowing up our mics.
Yeah, sorry, my bad.
Bring it down. Bring it down.
Apologize.
I said bring it down.
Okay, bring it down.
Thank you. It was.
Yeah, man.
It was.
I'm
awesome.
excited. I'm excited.
It
for,
was awesome. There were a couple. There were a couple great. That wasn't the only great match. There were a couple great matches that night. There was a
Joe took out fucking everyone.
Took out 3 guys. He took out like 3 guys got Joe'd last night.
Like
Titus Worldwide, and that means
over.
both of them.
Didn't he just shut down Titus Worldwide? It's over, right? Like
it's not over.
He closed shop.
Titus Worldwide.
No, Titus Worldwide got destroyed.
Shop is not.
It
closed.
got Joe'd.
Shop is not closed.
Titus Worldwide got Joe'd.
No. They're not closed because
they're Joe'd.
Because if you go back on .com, they took Dana Brooke under their wing after.
Are we just taking
after
everybody
that
that loses?
You gotta take a talent with some charisma and a great look and just get them over the top. I gotta get you over. There's gotta be a way. It was just a video. It was like, all right, Asuka, I've watched the tape of our last match. I got you all figured out. I'm coming at you hot. Bell rings. Oh my God! She got my arm. Let her get her off me. Get her off me. Tap tap tap. A match and a gift was what we got out of it. It was awesome. It was exactly what it needed to be.
It really did remind me of that one season 1 episode of The Simpsons where they're stuck in the woods.
Yeah.
And Homer goes, "All right, boy, I'm gonna rustle a rabbit out of those bushes, and when it comes out here, you step on him. Okay, here we go. Get him off! Get him off!
A bunch of woodland creatures just chomping on him. Yeah.
Great.
You got to tear her down with that and see if Titus Worldwide
Asuka.
can bring her back up.
Just keep Asuka.
Asuka needs to keep stomping.
Keep stomping
Keep
bitches.
stomping. That's not going to change.
No.
That's not going to
And then let's stay with the
ladies.
We have a reason for being for 6 of them now.
Is there?
Yeah, they just wanted to be here. They wanted to make a statement. They unfortunately have the exact same
We're
fucking story.
the new wave. That's pretty much the story. Paige brings up that she's the reason why Divas are the name Divas is gone, and we are the
not
new
untrue.
thing. Yep,
It's not untrue.
we're not the submission sorority, even though that sounded pretty awesome, and the internet ruined that. We are Absolution.
It was a little too much. It's just the same story on 2 shows.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Oh yes.
For the most part. Like it's
I mean,
not really
I had to go back. I didn't catch it last week,
had
but
to go back.
there was a quick conversation with Shane and Daniel where he goes, "Oh, and you signing up those 3 more NXT superstars? Great job. Thanks."
Yeah.
That was it. That was it. That was SmackDown bringing more opportunity.
Opportunity.
in
The
Riot Squad.
Yeah, so it's Riot Squad on SmackDown Live, Absolution on Raw. I don't know why Ruby Riot has 2 T's now, but whatever. I guess
it's a whatchamacallit, it's a copyright thing. Don't worry about
I
it.
like.
We're looking like, why isn't it spelled incorrectly? That's just what it is going to be.
Yeah,
that's
I guess
just what it is.
It's going to be.
That's what it's going to be.
But as far as the promo things and stuff that happened between the 2 of them, as I was watching, and I think I just like the feel a little bit of the SmackDown crew. Like it feels like it's more.
We actually got a 6-man. We actually got a tag.
Yeah,
match.
the tag match was great.
Tag match actually happened on Tuesday.
I mean, but I mean, it's just for I don't know. It's nice to see that they're giving this trio of essentially quote unquote rookies that can talk the opportunity to not only talk but do their thing in the ring. where it feels like Paige is obviously the corner piece of that, and they're hoping that they can ride her wave, where this other one on SmackDown is, we got to sink or swim, so let's fucking go,
They're
bitches.
on their own. But no, it's the same thing. It's gonna be Sarah and Liv with Ruby, and Ruby's gonna be obviously the head of the Riot Squad.
Right.
So yeah, she's their veteran to lean on.
Veteran, but I mean, it feels like it's a little bit more of we have to do this, where Paige is obviously just going to be around, but the other two might just, like, you know what I mean? Like, you're probably going to get out of, I don't know what I'm trying to say there.
What are you trying to say?
I don't know. I don't know.
I like for this code.
I just like what they're doing a little bit more on SmackDown, because they don't have the crutch to lean on with Paige, where Paige is already over.
Paige
so
is a bigger star, without a doubt.
And then these three are having to make it for themselves from the get-go. So I guess I just personally like that a little bit more.
Yeah, I feel like letting Paige talk would be as the centerpiece of the group would be the way to go.
Mm-hmm.
Or Riot Squad is like, no, we're gonna spread it out,
and they can all talk.
Yeah, we're gonna spread out
more. Like Liv and Ruby are better than most people give them credit for, and just nobody's really seen what Sarah can do yet.
Yeah, you gotta get used to that accent.
And then the match, and I feel like they're going about the beatdowns a little bit better too, because, and I mentioned this even when we were watching the match on SmackDown with the ladies, that Naomi and Charlotte, you view them as, no, these are serious, big deal ladies competitors in here right now.
That's the top of the show for women's wrestling.
And where a year ago, Naomi, you were just kind of as an afterthought, and now you have these three women that are just coming in now. And watch, a year from now, if this keeps going in the right direction, they're going to be unrecognizable from what they are.
Completely
just
different.
As far as like
now,
when we saw Ruby first come in, we immediately saw the upgrade just in gear quality, just her look in general,
presentation,
it went from like
promos,
a B plus to an A in level of rank and like everything.
You go to the PC,
what I mean?
you upgrade your game. That's pretty much what it is.
Much.
She upgraded her game.
You got to level 20 now.
Yes.
So you get some cool.
She's a level 20. She gets exotics now. She's like, yeah, check it out. I got these sweet mods. Playing with Destiny 2.
But that's what I mean, because Charlotte and Becky and Bayley and Sasha,
they
when
were
they
the
first
cornerstone of that show for a good 2.5 years.
But I mean, also when they first came into the big shows, they went over a massive change, and like
Absolutely.
Charlotte's coming out with all these different robes and things now. Alexa Bliss has a whole complete different look to her it's a lot has changed from you only have like maybe one or two options for gear and just the look and everything, but then there's that added bonus of I do this every night now.
What's that called? WWE money.
Yeah.
and then you get that schedule and you're like, all right, I got to make some adjustments because this has to last.
Yeah, and that you're now pedal to the metal. 300 days now. Here we go. This is your every single week.
Prepare
I'm live on
out
TV. And if you don't succeed, and like when you succeed, that confidence level is insane.
This is where the big money starts.
But just like in personality, you can see it, a difference in personality from a way somebody carries themselves after they get a year of that live show every Monday, every Tuesday under your belt. It's like, I can do whatever you need me to do because it's second nature. I don't have to think about it anymore. It's just, that's what we do. Let's do it.
And you know what, to be honest, I haven't heard a lot of Mandy talking. She doesn't really need to talk right now.
No.
She's pulling off the hot chick that will
kick your
fuck
ass.
you up.
Yeah.
Very well.
She looks like Barbie that's going to shove your teeth down your throat.
Exactly.
Sonya's just kind of great.
Sonya just throws knees, and that's all the talking needs to happen.
Right. And then she's going to choke you out. Yeah. You're going to get Joed, but by a woman. Let's go into Samoa Joe, though.
Don't get Joed by
How great is Samoa Joe?
Awesome.
I just want him to choke out everybody on the roster. I want to see Joe.
Top three best guys booked on that show is Samoa Joe, Elias, and another guy. But Samoa Joe.
Somebody else.
Samoa Joe's awesome.
I want him to now fight next week for the Intercontinental Championship for sure.
Oh, absolutely.
I would love to see Samoa Joe Intercontinental Champion. Are you kidding me? Hang on to that thing for fucking ever, bro.
I don't. If you were to hold on to it, the Miz gets it back. I don't
think the Miz gets it back.
I don't think I think the Miz might be. I don't know. Who knows what they're what they're going to plan, what they're going to do. Maybe he's good with it right now. It's
but he'll definitely. I'm more than okay with the Samoa Joe Roman Reigns feud, mainly because we kind of had it a little bit
briefly.
But it really wasn't for anything.
Before over the summer, we saw it briefly, but it was
good.
It was mostly multi-mans,
and it was good what we had. Oh, because
Raw matches.
Didn't he get hurt? Somebody got hurt, right? Joe got hurt or some shit in there.
Roman got hurt.
No, that's when the injury bug started flying around.
Oh yeah.
And then
Joe got
lots
hurt,
of shit happened.
and then Roman got hurt at some point.
Or did he get suspended that time?
No. Roman got sick.
Anyway, we're now going to really be able to sink our teeth into a Samoa Joe, hopefully, and Roman Reigns Intercontinental title feud.
Yeah.
Because The Miz is gone for at least a month, so hopefully we can get this at Rumble.
Yeah.
I'd love Joe Reigns at the Rumble for the Intercontinental title.
I hope so. I hope they could push it out to that because that would be awesome
at that point,
and it's going to be a great match. You know it. You know it is.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
But at that point, I need Roman Reigns to win the IC title because if he wins the IC title, he's got like a 4% chance of winning the Rumble. But if he loses the title that night, there's a chance he shows up at number 30 and wins the fucking thing again.
If he doesn't have the title, he's got like a 33 1/3% chance of winning at the Royal Rumble
from your 25% chance.
Yeah. But now that he has the Intercontinental Championship, if he keeps the Intercontinental Championship, his 33 1/3% chance of keeping the Intercontinental Championship becomes a massive 68 3/4 chance that he is going to keep that title through WrestleMania. If he subtracted 63 1/4 minus
Steiner math.
Yes. Yeah. if you subtract the differences, we'll see what happens. That's a great bit.
Another bit of
good news, everyone.
There was a match between Matt Hardy this week against. I'll get into Bray Wyatt and my what the fuck Bray Wyatt thing because. That's a tragedy right now. Is what's happening with Bray Wyatt.
You gotta win.
Yeah,
One of those few rare wins.
Well,
what are we gonna do?
I'll get into it, but it's just that we're wasting Bray Wyatt.
I feel like he's wasting away.
Oh yeah, like Bray Wyatt. That's my thoughts of Bray Wyatt.
You can do a lot of cool things with Bray Wyatt, and
the
none of which
promo that we
doing.
got was the same thing. It was the same nonsensical. It doesn't mean anything. The words that he's saying don't mean anything anymore. At least you could have before tried to tie it together and make it something, but he's been so just the ball's been dropped so many fucking times. It's almost Dolph Ziggler level. You get what I'm saying? This is how bad it's making me crazy.
It's like that he lost. It feels like he lost opportunities and he didn't get hurt. He didn't do anything wrong.
But
from our perspective,
good news. Good news.
There's good news.
We're gonna hope that Bray Wyatt.
It was win-win because Bray got a W.
Bray got a W.
He got a W.
Matt Hardy lost.
Yes.
But he has had a premonition.
I think that loss. I think that Big L awoken something.
Yeah, it certainly did. And we're getting it, folks. We're finally getting it.
You see, now you're. This is great because you're actually excited about. Because a couple months ago, you couldn't give less of a fuck what they could be doing.
Yeah, I mean, it still feels like it might be a little forced here and there. But let's just.
You got to start the. You got to start it up.
Let's just do it. Let's just go. I'm ready for it now. We hit the reset button. He took a loss. He's been taking losses. His brother's not around. What did you have? What was your idea that he just turns around the corner as Broken Matt, and then Jeff is standing there, and his brother Nero get up? It's like, yeah, what took you so long?
Been waiting. Well, that would have been like a hilarious Impact pre-tape bit where he runs into him. He goes off on a tangent about his premonition. He turns back and he's just like, and he's Nero already. And he's just like, all right, ready to go. Been waiting here. No, the other idea was since Jeff is hurt now, have Jeff come back as brother Nero.
Right.
and then it's up to him to bring back Brother Moore. That's when you put the Hardys. That would be when you want to put the Hardys against each other.
Maybe,
we're kind of skipping that, and we're going right to Woken.
Yeah, we're like, fuck it, let's
literally
do this.
Skipping that, we're like, all right, we're starting this baby up. We're kickstarting it. Put the quarter in, pull the thing. Let's go.
Yeah, let's fucking go. Put the quarter.
Go on now. Pinball machine. Put the quarter in. Pull the plunger.
Okay.
Shoot that ball off. Let's go.
And he's now Woken Matt Hardy on Twitter. His first tweet was, my dormant condition has been woken. I am recently woken, but I am recently #woken, but I will be forever be broken. So he's obviously got to do a twist on it, and I think they finally figured out what the deal was.
You got to adjust. You probably got to adjust a little bit. Fine.
The Great War is merely a beginning on this plane identified as WWE. I must recruit loyal soldiers from around the planet of Earth to join me as I battle in the in domain overflowing with darkness and demons. Our platoon has much to do.
You know what else showed up on Twitter?
What's that?
Senior Benjamin has
come
back on
Twitter.
He
did. Yes, he did.
Could he show up at a WWE show?
What in Eric's name was hilarious. My mortal vessel thinking on Raw? I showed symptoms of a spot monkey addiction. Never again. Yes, perfect. Yes. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Nothing's gonna stop us now. Not even the Meek Mahan.
Yes. Let's fucking do it. Finally!
All right.
About fucking time.
We'll revisit this storyline next month. That's how Raw works, right?
Has Matt? He's even responding to the WWE universe. Has Matt Hardy snapped? No, I have evolved. My primal passenger has returned to drive my vessel. I am more.
Yes.
So,
bring on the Great War and back to the expedition.
Gold.
Gold.
Yeah.
That's what it's all about. It's about.
They need to use those fucking tag teams on that show, but Raw doesn't have any.
Good Lord. I feel like they have tag team talent. They just don't utilize them. Like the last time they just said, fuck it, let's just throw a tag team match on. It was Rhino and Slater against Tex Ferguson and Chad Too Bad on Halloween. It was great.
You have the Club and Slater and Rhino.
Yeah.
Who
are still over?
What do the Club like to call everyone?
Nerds.
Who are the perfect example of that on Raw in the tag team division? Slater and Rhino.
You really? Those are nerds?
Of course they are. It's the easiest gimmick that they can go over. It's like, look at these two nerds in your above ground pool and his fucking crackers and everything. Know it'll be hilarious.
I mean, we still got Gold with them pushing the or you could be a boss and it's Gallows rocking the boss glasses.
People that are shitting on the whole these tag teams doing the ads for the WWE shop need to calm the fuck down. Yeah. The Gallows and Anderson are getting themselves over during those segments. He did like a 30-second Stone Cold impression there the other day. That was fucking funny as shit. You want to go down there and the son of he does the whole
stomp a mud hole, walk a dry.
Yeah, great.
That's awesome. That's what it's supposed to be.
You have these other tag teams on the show. Yeah. I don't need to see Cesaro versus.
I don't need to see singles
again.
Matches with those guys. I can go a show without seeing Cesaro and I could go on the show without seeing a singles match.
Anderson and Cesaro. Because he's got to fight somebody.
How about this? If you are a tag team with both partners, have a tag team match with two other guys.
Right.
No, don't give me the singles match. I'm tired of singles matches.
It's just...
I'm so done. Don't get me wrong. That Seth Cesaro match was cool. The only problem was I seen it so many times recently. I'm just like, nah, let that chill down. Bring that rivalry back up.
Next week when they're both back.
When they're all here. When Sheamus is back from his Mohawk sabbatical, whatever it is, and Dean used all the miles for his vacation.
Yeah.
His honeymoon, not his vacation. His vacation honeymoon. When, do that, something then. Just do a promo backstage or something, and then give me fucking tag matches.
Yeah.
That's all I want.
You could have had another team of guys get into a issue with Seth. Like the club could have had an issue with Seth.
As horrible as it was, they can revisit briefly that Halloween the Halloween street
fight. They all
fight.
work here. They want to get back into the conversation to be champions.
Exactly.
Have them fight the other guys in the division.
The club took an embarrassing loss in that match, and they would want to beat up some nerds.
Right.
Why not just do that?
Right. You need 15 minutes to kill? Throw some other people that work here at it.
Right? Dude,
there's at least 4 active teams in the division right now, and we only see 2.
Yeah,
that's my biggest problem on SmackDown. It's great.
Yeah,
we got. I mean, it's not as great, but you've got 3.
No. It's just as good, if not better, because you had Shelton, Benjamin, and Gable,
and pancakes. Here's why I love Byron Saxton. To all you Byron Saxton haters that are out
coming
there.
From a guy who used to hate Byron Saxton.
I kind of did,
but he grew on you. Him and Corey was the winning combination.
By the way, the SmackDown table is the best table.
Yeah, the original NXT crew, or I should say, the NXT crew from last year is the best.
Yes.
It's the best. It's the best commentary, and
they just work so well with each other. But Byron Saxton's commitment to going all in at all times is fucking legendary, and he doesn't get enough credit for it. He may come off as milquetoast white, corny, and whatever, but that's the point most of the time. But when he goes all in with the pancake spit, come on. Don't tell me you're not excited. He starts reaching out his plate for the syrup that he's got in his hand. It's like, syrup, if you put that in your mouth, I am barring you from commentary.
That's what Tom said. Yeah,
but it's
the best combination
like that.
Yeah, Tom is the dad, Byron is like the misfit kid. And Corey's the cool uncle that's just gonna fuck with him. You're like, yeah, come on, do that, man, because he knows he goes with any bit,
right?
So he'll try to get him to do something, and then you need
Shut up, Saxton.
You need Tom to jump in and be like, no,
right,
stop it, stop it. You're a grown man. You're a grown man, Byron.
You're a grown man, Byron. I think my favorite ever little thing that they've done with Byron is when Sasha was on commentary, and then at the exact same time, they just her and Corey go, Shut up, Saxton.
Shut up, Saxton.
But the tag team division is entertaining on that show.
It is.
You've got it. There was at least, one is no longer going to exist, but there's 7 teams showcased, at least in some way, shape, or form on Tuesday night. You had the New Day, you had Shelton Benjamin and Chad Gable, which is a great heel team, by the way. I love the way they work with all 3 of those teams, or 2 other teams. The Usos, Breezango, the Ascension, who apparently are dead. They're dead, Josh. The Ascension
poison
are done.
Gas.
I don't know.
I'm gonna go right here, and even though it said to be continued,
Josh.
They're not dead. They're
dead,
from
Josh.
the wasteland, dude. They can survive some poison gas.
The Ascension are dead. I'm assuming. But that's to be continued.
Yeah.
We have to continue beating this dead.
I mean, they're not dead until maybe Fandango Breeze remembers his name, Victor's name. What's your name? Victor. Jesus.
You don't have enough time. Go.
Oh, yeah. Guys, get out of here. Go.
Oh, you came back to save us, and grab his hat.
Just grab his hat. And he's like, wait. No, but yeah, it was that line. Let's beat this dead horse to get out of here.
And then you had the Hype Bros and the terribly named brother. I can't.
Basham Brothers. It's Basham, right?
Bludgeon.
I was gonna go with Basham.
They need to drop the hammers or something because they're good enough on their own without.
Literally drop the hammer on someone's head. Do something.
If you're gonna have them,
use it. If
you have them, use them.
I mean, it totally feels like a Vince idea. So
I just think if you're gonna bring weapons to the ring and you're gonna be feared for bludgeoning people with stuff, why don't you do some actual
smash
bludgeoning?
Something,
break somebody's leg.
Just don't turn into a Gallagher show. And like, what we got today? We got some fruit. Bam!
Sledge-o-matic. Slices, dices, even. Well, it might julienne, but you're
gonna have it's gonna turn into a Bludgeon Brothers match. Is gonna just turn into a Gallagher show. Then in front row, hard cam side is just gonna have a big sheet of plastic.
A splash zone.
We smash stuff.
But you get what I'm saying? Like, they should at least attack somebody with them.
They really got to figure out how to incorporate it into their gimmick.
If
like,
you're
it's their
going,
gimmick, they got to use the gimmick.
If you're gonna bring it out, use it. Like, don't it's come on. Like, everybody else has, like, if you have a cape, you incorporate
stuff.
Something. Yeah.
You got to bludgeon stuff, break stuff. I don't care.
Yeah,
just use it.
Get angry and threaten a ref with it or somebody, or attack people backstage and wonder why is everybody getting beat up? Who is responsible for this? And then you find a hammer. Or
you're gonna see a storyline. Shane gets a letter from a previous arena they were in, and it's just like, hey, so we're gonna have to. It said in the letter, talking to Daniel. Hey, it's in the letter that we have to pay for like 30 doors were smashed in. Do you have any idea what that was about? Bludgeon Brothers, costing you thousands of dollars.
The tag team division is just more active.
Oh, absolutely.
If you want, easily more active.
We've said this a million times. Apparently, if you want to watch tag team wrestling, it's on WWE. It's SmackDown Live and occasionally NXT.
Yeah, and they're building that back up though.
When they put those shows on, when they put NXT tag matches on, those are great.
Yeah. We had yet again another gender story that's been done already. Didn't we just get this but with a different guy?
Yeah, the handicap match. Well, the whole point of the handicap match was just to beat the crap out of AJ and embarrass him, and it didn't work because we got a second rope Styles clash though.
Yeah, we certainly did.
Onto the other Singh brother. So
hopefully that will incapacitate the Singh brothers for the match upcoming at Clash of Champions.
Well, they each got a Colossus after that. It's just a question of whether or not they show up. I say they do show up at Clash of Champions because they are loyal servants to the modern day Maharaja.
Indentured servitude, sort of thing.
No, they're just that loyal.
But, I mean, they could do.
Thank you, sir. May I have another? Yeah.
But I mean, will they be too injured? Is the storyline?
I don't think so.
I hope so because we need the clean match. So we can put this fucking thing to bed.
I'm okay. I want to see the match, and then where they interfere and the ref throws them out. That spot. Then you have your clean match.
I don't know.
That's probably what we're gonna get at Clash of Champions.
I hope so. We need something.
The only confirmed match so far for that Boston show coming up next month is that main event.
Bobby Roode is now looking for the U.S. title. He has made his presence known, and Baron Corbin said, "Fuck your couch." Said, "Nope. What have you done to earn anything? You're nobody still. Get out of here." And that's going to be, I think that's probably going to be our Clash of Champions match.
U.S. title match.
Oh yeah, I'm down for it. And I'm cool. Sign me up.
I hope the Bobby Roode Star Factory is in high gear again because if it's a guy he needs to put over, he's going to put a guy over.
It should be a good match. You got a clashing of styles. You've got, pardon the pun, you've got a guy who's just a pure. I still don't know why we turned Bobby Roode face, to be honest with you.
I don't know. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense to be glorious and not just be a giant asshole to be hated by everybody.
Yeah. Just be a dick about it.
They kind of hinted at the beginning when they said SmackDown Live had to break the bank to get me.
Right.
I'm not sure how they spun that positively, but they did somehow.
Yeah. Do you think he wins the U.S. title?
No.
You keep it on Corbin for what, till Mania? Or do you drop it at like Rumble or something?
I think it's all going to come down to what happens at Rumble. Roode will be a champ soon. I think he will be a champ. No one saw him showing up to NXT. No one really saw him showing up to be an NXT champ for as long as he was. He was an NXT
you know what
champ
I definitely haven't seen? Shinsuke fucking Nakamura.
They've been using him on
anything where there's a camera that doesn't exist on the hard side of the arena.
Yeah.
Anytime there's not a camera in the arena,
he's on
that's not brought in by a fan. He hasn't been on that show.
Dark main events. I feel, man, that's a big gripe of mine. The dark main event needs to go away because you're showcasing talent in a part of the show that's where the camera's off.
Yeah.
It's just going to be just for that live show because they have to sit. As negative as it sounds, they have to sit through a 2-hour show and then another 45 minutes of 205 Live, which probably would have been better in the beginning. And then get a dark main event. Whoever it is.
USA is looking for that 8 p.m. time slot number, so they're not going to put 205 Live on at 8 o'clock.
No, they're not going to put it on at 8 o'clock. What would be really cool, I think, I don't remember if we talked about this last week, was if they moved 205 Live to the network at, say, 7 o'clock. And then it goes off 7:45 because you got to flip over to USA Network.
And do it like a pre-show sort of thing?
Yeah, except it's not it's a pre-show for the people at the arena. It's regular 205 Live for everyone else who watches it on the network. It opens the show. That's the only problem though is you have to open the doors earlier.
Oh yeah,
that's the only issue.
A lot earlier.
You gotta fill that. You gotta try to fill that thing for a TV show, and that's probably the reason why they've kept it for the 11 o'clock hour.
Yeah, they're not going to be.
I'm sorry, the 10 o'clock hour. They kept it for the 10 o'clock hour because who's going to be there by 7 or before 7, and who's going to want to stay? They've
I don't know.
I'm kept some seats.
I'm hoping they're doing this. You know what? I can't have a lot of hoping why they're doing this to Shinsuke Nakamura right now, but he's non-existent on the show. He was a lumberjack, and for what? For Jinder Mahal to then get to drop the title to AJ. I hope here's what I'm hoping for is that they're doing this. That we're getting through this story with AJ, and then Shinsuke wins the Rumble. If Shinsuke wins the Rumble, take everything I say this week about feeling salty about this and fucking forget it. Get whatever I said. Nope. Never mind.
All sins.
Never mind that shit.
All booking sins on Shinsuke are instantly forgiven.
Oh, what's that? What? Oh, no, that's not.
That's nothing. That's nothing. Don't worry about it. Garbage. Yeah, don't worry about that over there. Yeah. It's all water under the bridge.
Oh yeah. If he wins the Rumble. Forget it.
I think did I tell you that last week or the week before? I'd be like, yeah, I know you're in a rut right now because they're not using him on TV a lot or at all, to be honest. But that's just how it is. You got to wait a little. It was because him and Bobby got eliminated the first two. Yeah. In Survivor Series, like, don't worry.
You just don't do them any favors.
Give it some time, and when it's their time, because that story wasn't about them.
I get the gripe at Survivor Series because it's just guys. Kurt Angle looked hurt, and he looked like any of those other guys should legitimately beat him, and it just didn't. It's not 1997 anymore.
I got the solution.
That's all. I get that.
I got the solution. You want to hear it? This will work. It works.
Shinsuke wins the
Rumble. It works almost all the time.
That's what works.
Oh, you don't have to go. You don't even have to go that far. In fact, we can actually help do it. You ready?
How's that?
You ready? We start a rumor on Twitter that Vince McMahon has soured on Shinsuke Nakamura. Never mind his merch sales are awesome. Never mind every time a crowd sees him, it's Shinsuke chants. Never mind any of that shit. Just put it out there that he's drifting away, and then boom, main event the following show. Is a reaction? Was it reactionary? It could have been, but you know what? It silenced a lot of people who believe that garbage.
But that's the funny, and that's why. For those of you who don't understand what we're talking about, there was a story that came out on Twitter, I'd say about Friday of last week. That Meltzer had to feel. I think what the original line from the Meltzer quote was something around.
What was the Meltzer? It was one of those.
I remember hearing it. He said, and I'm paraphrasing. He said, "It feels like the way they're using Finn, that Vince has soured on Finn and doesn't think he could be the guy that they wanted him to be." And that's just some guy's opinion. But then. All the headlines were Vince sours on Finn Balor, blah, 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 making it feel like that because that's all what those headlines were. It was just they were
a question. It was, has Vince soured on Finn Balor?
Right.
Look at these last two terrible losses to Kane.
Right.
And Joe.
But people started taking that as Vince is soured on him. He's got nuclear heat. I'm like, you guys need to shut the fuck up and relax. It's a slow news day.
Yeah.
Nothing has happened.
I think what it is
this is why I don't go on Twitter, people, because that shit fucking bothers me. And then what happens on Monday? Finn Balor is in the main goddamn event of Monday Night Raw.
We see it all the time whenever that feeling goes around, like, man, they use so-and-so all the time.
Right.
He needs to go away for a little while.
Right.
So he goes away for a little while. Man, so-and-so must have does he even work here anymore?
Right.
If we ask for it, we kind of get it, and then we bitch about what we asked for.
But it almost goes, and it makes me even believe that the story that came out, was it 2-3 weeks ago when they were in Europe, that Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn got sent home early.
It was totally
and everybody
a work.
made a big fucking. I'm convinced now that the whole thing is a work.
Probably was.
Because now the story is everybody on this show
hates him.
Exactly. And why did they get sent home? Because somebody hates them.
Yeah, management hates them. Shane McMahon despises them.
Exactly.
That's the story.
Fucking work.
It was totally a work. They got a lot. They got all y'all. I'll just put it out there. They got all y'all.
All of us.
They got me too. But you know what? At least I wasn't serious about it.
Yeah, I was
like, hey, you know what? I'm not going to draw conclusions that they're angry because Jimmy Jacobs was fired. That doesn't mean they don't hang. That doesn't mean they don't hang out anymore. I bet you Jimmy Jacobs getting fired was a work too. I mean, they really had to fire him so it to be, for it to work, for the work to work. But
that's the best. Like everybody trying to connect dots that aren't there. It's like that episode of It's Always Sunny when he's working in the mailroom and he's got the freaking he's got the conspiracy wall.
Yeah.
It's like, no,
I don't know, man. I don't know. None of it's making any sense.
Right, because it's not real, you idiot. Anyway, I think I'm good. Is that it? I mean,
I think that's the show.
We kind of hit everything, right?
Let me take a look.
There wasn't anything else crazy. I mean, we got into the tag team stuff. We talked about the ladies.
10,000 seat arena.
The
Cody
16-second Asuka match.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Spend the money now, make more later. That's a catchphrase to live by.
Yeah, I'm really excited to see what happens with that Cody Rhodes Young Bucks thing. I'm Howie Farrell. That over there is Joshua Farrell. You can always follow us at the WHPC on the Twitter machine. Instagram as well. You can see my fresh new haircut. I got rid of the long flowing mane. I don't have hair below my shoulders anymore. It's kind of great.
Mm-hmm.
And then, go tell your friends. Like if you like the show, share it. When you see that show up on the Facebook.com/World Heavyweight Podcast, hit the share button. When you see the new episode show up on
YouTube,
on Twitter, on YouTube, hit the retweet button. Let everybody else know. When you see the Stone Cold Locks, hashtag your own Stone Cold Locks. Hit the retweet button. Let everybody know.
Try to tell us who that we're wrong, and we will prove you wrong.
Yeah. Well, we like lively discussion, as the football chat can attest to. By the way, that's going to go away soon, guys, in the football chat. So join the Discord now. I'll repost that invite link. It's pretty much just a live chat that'll be ongoing. There'll be a general one, and when it comes to pay-per-views and stuff, we'll have that going on. So you can just hang out. We can live chat instead of being sucked into the darkness that is Twitter.
Oh yes, forget that Twitter garbage.
Yeah, none of that shit. And then
I'll look at it for quick funny ass memes. That's about it.
Yeah, that's exactly. That's it. We'll see you next week.
Stadler?
Yeah, what?
Is that it?
Yes, it's over. How'd you like it?
I don't know. I slept through the whole thing.
Well, you didn't miss much.